Kia ora. I have had for years people ask me where I'm from. Some have asked me if I'm Australian Aboriginal, African, Australian Aborigine, Maori, etc. etc. One girl, um, one girl asked if I was African. I would have given a sarcastic answer. However, because some other girl came with a dumb reply, which I quote, "He's not black." I had to point out you do get white Africans. My reply would have been, "No, I'm Australian. I just happen to have a speech impairment," which would have been a perfect reply, kind of a funny joke. Um, anyway, um, I once told a friend how some have called me Aboriginal. He said I'm not. I asked how. He said because I'm not black. Australian Aboriginal isn't defined by your skin colour, it's from your bloodline, meaning you could have been born and bred, let's say Germany, and be pure white, but because one of your ancestors is an Australian Aborigine, that too makes you Aborigine. Um, if you understand where I'm going with this. Moving on, I so moving on. Yes, I have also had tempted insults, which didn't offend me in any way. Um, my favorite has to be just moving the camera a bit. My favorite has to be "fuck off back to Africa, you Mongolian curry nigger," implying that I'm Northeast Indian. Um, a lot of people think that India is an African country in Asia, and also, you know, it made no sense when you think about it. Africa is a continent, and Mongolia is a country in Asia. We know that curry is a main Indian dish. Oh, I don't like something like this, so I'm just gonna bring it forward a bit now. Um, Also, dumb comments like when a woman said she's not British, she's English. I pointed out that if you're from England, Scotland, Wales, or Northern Ireland, then you're British. She then blocks me on Facebook. This is a few years ago, so yeah, this is a few years ago. So she blocks me, and I made a status calling her a retard. She then makes a inbox to me on her other account saying I should respect people's wishes, or some bullshit like that. Um, basically saying if I say I'm English, you should respect that. Well, I was not disrespecting you saying you're English. I saying she was English. I was pointing out that she's also British. On a passport, she has a passport. She goes abroad. It says British citizen or British national. It doesn't say English on her passport. So she should have been saying I should some bullshit. She then says we don't call Canadians Americans, even though they are North American. You're the retard, you yank. That inbox was pretty retarded because nothing on my profile states that I'm American. So yes, I don't have anything on my Facebook to. Okay, you know what? I like some American games, some American movies, some American bands, but a lot, most of the movies that come out are fucking American. So does that make us all American? Because we enjoy an American movie? I mean, it's fucking hard to avoid. Okay, so on to my background. I'm descendant from South Asia. You could call me Eurasian. But because my eyes are blue, idiots will say I'm not because they don't know how mixed breeding works. Let's point out mixed breeding. Now, I've got a friend whose grandfather is from Jamaica. She's pure white. Obviously, my actual the camera that's recording, like looking at the side of the screen, it is making my skin look more pale, more white than what she is. My skin is more tan than this is. This is the webcam for the laptop, and yeah, if you could possibly see more. I Anyway, so her grandfather's black, but she's pure white. So I'm going to explain to you how mixed breeding works. Say, for example, you have got a black woman and she meets a white man and they mix a baby. They have a baby. That baby's going to come out camel coloured. Let's say they've got two. One of the kids goes to a white girl and then one of the other kid goes to a black girl. And then so on. So the white son went with a black girl and the black son went with a white girl and the black son and white daughter-in-law, their kid goes with a white person. You know, what I'm saying is, you know, your ancestors could be black, and when they bleed in your son, your black son meets a white girl, and they have a kid together, and then their son meets a white girl, and they have a kid together, and um, your bloodline, it's gone from being black to being white, and it can happen in reverse. It can happen so where your bloodline goes from white ancestors all the way to black black ancestors. So that's how mixed breeding works. So when someone would say, "Well, you don't look Asian. You don't look like you got Asian descendant because I don't look per Asian," they remember that maybe one of the Asians got a say white European partner, and so on, and eventually that has eventually bred out. Even though my dad is kind of dark skinned, like dark white skinned. If you say like brownish white, if you sort of thing, but still, that's how mixed breeding works. You can look back and you find out your ancestors were not what you think they'd be. Okay, so don't know how mixed breeding works. Moving on to the next part. Um, so yes, bring up the camera. I now I wish to learn about my Asian past. I mean, I really do. I mean, I want to pinpoint whereabouts in South Asia it's from. And I was given a map thing, and you know, it showed parts of China, Nepal, Sri Lanka, it showed Bhutan, um, almost the whole of India, apart from Pradeshi, which is basically far northeast. It's one of those hard find states, if you know what I mean. And part of Myanmar, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh. Now, I've probably pinpointed exactly where an area and narrowed it down where they could have been from, and this could change a lot. And this basic question is: am I from descendants of slaves? Uh, well, now I drew a line on the East India because back when the British went to India, there was no Bangladesh, so East India would have included Assam. Now at the time, once upon a time, the whole of Northeast India was Assam. There was no Nagaland, no Manipuri, no Meghalaya. no typery, there was no misram. So I've pointed from going down from the east part of the little map they gave me, China, Bhutan, Myanmar, northeast India, and the East India, because back then there was no Bangladesh. So now this is a prediction, so it's not always going to be a correct prediction, but I did predict Asian. So am I going to be right in prediction? Now, proving, getting results and finding this out is going to be fucking impossible, fucking hard. I won't say impossible. I mean, people might come out with stories and maybe evidence to suggest that it could have happened. Hopefully, someone could bring it up. I don't want people dismissing this and say, no, no, it didn't happen. No, no. We all know how crafty the British were. So I might have narrowed it down more, but that's just a prediction. Isn't doesn't necessarily that means I'm going to be spot on. Anyway, moving on. One member on Ancestry website dismissed my Asian root, saying it's probably just a noise. She said that not only to be a bitch, but also because if she acknowledged it, she would have to acknowledge that her ancestors stole land. So I get some results. I'm happy about some of the results, and I'm happy to find out that I have some, and descendancy that I can be proud of, and it's just been dismissed by people. I mean, it's really hurtful. I mean, the difference between my ancestors and her ancestors is my ancestors didn't steal land; they were kidnapped, possibly kidnapped from their land by the British and taken over to the United Kingdom. Whereas hers, they took um, they went and took land. Big difference. Anyway, moving on. I for some time have been calling my sister Chinky from February and March this year. She's actually recently been working hard on researching how she can call me Chinky too. She researched that there are many blue-eyed Mongolian Chinese people. Well, she's a fucking smartass. Implying yes, just because you got blue eyes doesn't mean you can't be a chink. No, I'll be honest. I'll be honest with her. Be honest with you. I have to give her that. I have to give her full credit for it. Um, Face Martin, what she's very intelligent, and you know, because she researched this, it it means many questions, and people be asking many questions and all that, and it also, well, basically, well, I did walk into it. I mean, if Krishna put salvation, which you know gives a high gives a high level of me being chinky, as my sister's now saying, um, was karma, bad karma. Dear Krishna, mission failed. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't offend me. I mean, I am fucking proud. Okay, I always make jokes with my sister. I make offensive jokes, and they're only jokes. One is, what do you call a chink with blue eyes? And it's a Down syndrome. I don't do it to offend or upset anyone. I'm not a nasty person. I just make jokes, and I always will be making jokes. Okay, so I'm never nasty deliberately to offend people. I just make simple jokes and I make fun of a lot of people. You know, I make fun of everyone. Anyway, so anyway, I just I just call it okay. So well, I'm actually jealous of her perfect Asian type eyes. Yeah, you know, Asians are actually better looking than Europeans. So, hey, I'm part good looking. Give me that, eh? I'm not fully ugly. I'm not fully European. Anyway, so I'm kind of jealous of her perfect Asian type eyes. And well, moving on a bit more. Um, okay, next part. This is almost near the end. Um, I have had Indians call me Indian. Some think I'm from the northeast, and therefore have not been very nice to me. But when I called one of Maori, I was a racist. No, calling me racist for calling you Maori makes you the racist. Now let me explain that why. You know, if I was in New Zealand and I saw an Indian pass by, I say, "Hey, you're Maori," and the Indian goes, "You're racist for calling me Maori." If this is in a Maori town, I can guarantee you there would probably be an ambulance being called because they would probably beat the shit out of them because he's literally insulted my people, saying we're better, they're superior, we're superior to them. Wow, he fucking word it. I don't give a shit. Anyway, I've got to continue and um, based on the notes. Another Indian girl, British born, called me an autistic Indian that would get no European girl in the right mind. Sure, I expected that I would have Asian ancestors, and I was right. Which I pointed out before. Um, Almost at the end. So how do I go about it? My Asian roots are almost spread out, but I don't want that. So am I Eurasian? Also, we all know that the chink thing British people do with their eyes, which I'm going to point out right now. Don't know if you see that very well. Well, British people do this to not Asian people. I've taken my glasses off just to do it better. No, it's very hard, so hard to do this because I cannot get not so easy for me to do that. So seems pretty to do with the eyes. Please, can I point out that Chink's eyes can vary and not all the same? Yeah, if you look at Asian people, East Asian, Chinese, Mongolians, Japanese, Singaporeans, Filipinos, Burmese people, all of them look like they're not all the same. They're not always looking like they're half asleep, like they're still asleep. Only a very few do. Um, okay. Anyway, I've designed a thing for Asians to mock British eyes, which of course I'm showing you right now. So, Asian people, next time a British person does your eye thing, just do this. The wide British eyes, wide and open. So yeah, mocking British, well, European eyes, the typical European eyes. Mm, do a bit more, I can be more British. Anyway, I think that's I think that was bad of me to do that, and I think I really should apologise for that. No, fuck no, I'm not apologising. That's a bunch of fucking cunts. That's so. And don't forget, the British Empire wanted to breed out a lot of races. So if I marry an Asian girl, have kids with her, I'd be doing that to the British Empire. And those cunts will be turning in their graves. And I won't give a fuck because I'll be killing their wish by keeping my bloodline and my heritage alive. Okay? So put it back on the glasses. Yeah, I know my laptop screen is flashing on my eyes, but the glasses, I need glasses so I can read. I actually need some new glasses because my eyes getting possibly getting worse. By the oh, and by the way, I had some Chinese girls saying, "Yes, why are you wearing glasses? Why do you need glasses? Only Asians need glasses." Well, now I'm discovering impartation. Anyway, nothing personal against those two girls, even though they didn't seem to be very nice to me, didn't like me. Anyway, that video is over. So please leave your comments. You can like this video if you liked it. Leave your replies, leave your opinions. And also, I'd like to point out that this video is the first video that I've actually written notes on before making this video, so I won't go off topic and talk shit like I always do. So yeah, you know, you can rate the video, you leave a comment, you leave a like, you can subscribe, you can let other people see this video. I mean, this is a personal video. I could talk all about a lot of things for longer and longer, but this is coming from me, and it's basically just a brief thing. Obviously, the video went on for much longer. I went to basically because I did extra notes while I was talking, but stayed on topic. If I just read out what I've written down, the video would just took in a few minutes, and you'd be like, what the fuck, what the fuck? Please, mate, explain this part to me, explain this part to me. So I explained as much as I could, and yeah. Thanks for watching, taking the time to watch this video. Cheers.